hear me? We're going to get ready here in about 10 seconds. I think Benny can hear me. I heard him over there somewhere. Can everybody hear me in the back? Yes? All right. So I think the microphone's on, so that works. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Todd Ogden, and I am here today to celebrate Lincoln's new flag. Yes, this is an amazing day, and I am the president of the Downtown Lincoln Association and former president of the American Marketing Association's Lincoln chapter, award-winning Lincoln chapter, back-to-back, so that was a wonderful time. And as many of you know, this moment is several years in the making. Launched in 2019 by Lincoln resident Kyle Wilson during a speech he gave about a flag design, Lincoln YPG and AMA Lincoln took his idea and ran with it, resulting in a public contest that our committee had nearly 200 design submissions for. So we had a lot of work there. Each one of those designs was evaluated, narrowed down by our 8-person committee. And right now, with that committee, I'd like the fellow committee members to, I guess you're already standing up, but raise your hands to let people know the wonderful committee that we had, that we all got to know very well throughout this process. Yeah, so first and foremost, I'd like to acknowledge that work, minus myself. I was just there to watch everybody else be smart. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge the sponsors for this process, community-minded organizations who saw the potential for rebranding the city and helped fund the contest and provide the prize money for the talented local designers and for everybody who submitted the designs. So a big thank you to the Able Foundation, Emeritus, Assurity, Downtown Lincoln, the Lincoln Journal-Star, Talent Plus, UBT, and Nelnet. So a round of applause for our sponsors. And Nelnet CEO Jeff Nordhook was a super champion of the project, serving as the fundraiser chair. So Jeff, thank you for being a super champion. And a special thanks goes out to Pinnacle Bank Arena for allowing this space. So thank you, Tom and crew. This is a wonderful space to be able to do this and have the very first Lincoln flag raised here at this wonderful venture. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge all of the elected officials that are here, especially the city council who voted for this flag. So let us know you're here, city council and elected officials, and round of applause for them. Looks like Benny's giving Richard all the credit over there. Okay, so that's good, yeah. All right, now we'll hear from some community leaders on what this flag means to them. Then from that, the man of the hour, flag designer Ed Mejia, will give some words that I think you'll all find very interesting and inspirational. So with that said, please help me to welcome our mayor, Lyron Gaylor Baird.
Well, thank you so much, Todd, for that introduction, and I want to echo his praise and thanks for all the people who have come together to make this possible. And yes, thank you, Tom Lorenz and Pinnacle Bank Arena, for hosting us this evening. It's really wonderful to see so many people out to celebrate this new emblem of Lincoln. I want to also just reiterate my thanks to our city council, and I want to say I think I saw Councilmember Sandra Washington here, and Richard McGinnis, and Benny Shobe, and James Michael Bowers. And are there any others? Tom Beckius, and, well, also on our council, of course, Jane Raybould and Tammy Ward. So thank you so much for making this possible. Your votes got this done, and we're really grateful to you for that. It may be really cold, had to snow today, didn't it? But it's so heartwarming to be here with all of you to celebrate this new emblem. And I want to thank again the Lincoln Young Professionals Group and the American Marketing Association and the sponsors, the committee, and everyone who entered the contest, who made this a really robust decision for that committee. And of course, the one and only Ed Mejia, whose talent and creativity have given this new flag so much thought, intention, and meaning. Flags were actually originally created for warfare, so opposing sides could tell who was friend and who was foe. But that's not what this flag is about. This flag is a show of unity, of common identity, and of our shared purpose. And Ed even called his design a love letter to Lincoln, and I love that. It's really a name that reflects our hopes and dreams. It's all roads lead to Lincoln. And when I look at the new flag, I see a beacon of light. I see a welcoming spirit. I see a place that is inclusive, and I see a city that's on a rise, the unlimited potential for innovation and growth. And Ed's thoughtful and intentional work really captures a spirit of optimism and pairs it with just excellent, beautiful design, and one that really honors our local history and represents our appreciation for the natural resources and architecture and original people of Lincoln. And as the process of selecting a new city flag unfolded, I was so happy to watch how much this brought about a sense of unity in this moment in our history. This flag is a new banner that we will raise in just a few moments, but it's really also a symbol of sort of putting the past behind and moving forward into a brighter, more optimistic future. And I think we all need that right now. So thank you so much to all of you for being here and for being a part of this celebration about our future together as a community. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mayor. And Ed's design, as Mayor talked about, is all roads leading to Lincoln. I like to think that all roads tend to sometimes lead back to Lincoln, which is how we got Mr. Jason Ball here with us from the Chamber of Commerce. So with that said, I want to welcome our new Chamber President, Jason Ball.
Todd, Mayor, thank you. Ed, again, congratulations on a beautiful product and design and a wonderful emblem of our city. Todd's right. I took the scenic road back to Lincoln after 10 years of being gone. Could not be happier to be back here. And for all of us in this room, that theme of all roads leading to Lincoln is absolutely true. When I reflect on the flag, though, I think for many that may not necessarily be the case because they have a choice to live in any city and be productive in any city that they want to go to. And so our creation of roads, our creation of pathways for them to get here is essential. And that's why this flag, I think, is important now, too. How we talk about ourselves matters a lot for a city. How we think about ourselves and the symbols that we use to represent who we are matter a lot. So Ed, your design is beautiful. We could not be more thrilled to have this be a beautiful representation of what it's like to live and work and play and I think thrive in our communities. Thank you for creating this wonderful emblem of Lincoln. The flag is also, maybe less explicitly, the result of a lot of collaboration, and you've heard about those groups today, whether it be from our elected officials in City Council or the Lincoln chapter of the American Marketing Association or our Chamber Young Professionals group. Together, they reviewed over 100 developed designs for a potential flag and arrived at this process. I know it had to be difficult. And I also want to recognize someone in the room that had a lot to do with that process. Kayla Meyer. Give him a wave, Kayla. She was our director of the Young Professionals Group, but had an amazing opportunity to grow in her career, so we wish her well in that. But I do want everyone to know that she was an essential part of fostering this process through to completion. So I am excited to join the mayor and Ed and go out and raise this new symbol of our community and celebrate that with you all. Thank you for being here tonight. Todd, I'll throw it back to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Jason, and yeah, congratulations, Kayla, on launch leadership. And because of that, now you're stuck with me being MC instead of Kayla, so thanks for that. All right, up next, I'm going to try not to cry this time as I hear him talk, but it's our designer of the flag, Mr. Ed.
I'll try not to cry either, because my sister Wendy is here, and she has teased me all my life about this. So, mostly I wanted to give thanks and move the attention away from me because it's really uncomfortable. This was a labor of love for sure, and so most of what I'm going to say is thanks. I want to thank actually a lot of the designers. I see Jared here, and I believe his name is Jeff Niehauser. I don't know him, but some of their designs, Brandon Moeller, these are all guys that I know some of them really well, and they're excellent designers. So the work that they put into the flag and the contest was also, I'm pretty sure, heartfelt, and they went into this as a labor of love as well. Here we go. Okay. I want to thank my wife and my daughters, two of the three over there, way back. They're really good artists, and if at some point we get tired of this flag, I'm sure they'll jump in, so I really appreciate them. Thank you for your support. They inspire me every day. I want to thank my parents and my sister. My dad's right here. My sister, my mom just hollered. And they're live streaming this to all their friends and people. They live in Kansas, so thanks for coming out. Also, my extended family, my wife's family, they mostly live here in Lincoln, and they're all the way in the back. And they are the Rails, spelled R-O-E-H-L. I better get that right. And they are of German, from Russia descent. And if you go about 8 blocks that way, there's a museum for Germans from Russia. And a lot of their stories and, sorry. Okay. The stories of my family and, dang it. So many of the people that I have gotten to know in Lincoln start a lot like our stories. People come from everywhere. They stop in Nebraska, they settle the land, they started businesses, tech businesses, big businesses, small businesses. I've met so many. This flag is in honor of all of them. If I could talk a little bit about the design, some of you had heard me talk about this ad nauseum, so I'm really sorry. And you're tired of seeing me on the news and stuff. I've been teased a lot about it, actually. Mike calls me Hollywood, and I don't like it. Okay. A lot of what you're seeing here is a very balanced approach to design. The flag is very centered. This is not about left wing or right wing. It's not about the past only. It's not just about the future and aspirations. It's really about a moment in time. And so I hope that in the future when people look at the flag, they think about the meaning of it. I've actually spent a lot of time on social media lately talking to people about the flag. Some of you have noticed. I've even gotten concerned texts from people. Are you okay? Or some people hate your flag. And that's okay with me. I love talking to people. I love teaching people. And so I've actually made some friends on Nextdoor and Reddit. And and if you know me, one of my favorite things is to try to convince you to see things my way. And so I spent a lot of time with a lot of empathy and love, which is what I poured into the flag too, talking to these folks. So with all that said, I also want to thank the City of Lincoln, the Mayor's Office. They've been fantastic to work with. City Council members. I see some of you. I love the colors that you're wearing today. I noticed again. Council. Thank you. It was great talking to you all and crying in front of you too. All the reporters that I've talked to, Nathan Brennan from 1011. There was a young lady named Evelyn Mejia. We have the same last name. No relation, as was noted in the article. Spent a lot of time talking to her too. My friend Dee Garci from KZUM, Ola Lincoln. We did an interview in Spanish, and that was fun because I'm getting rusty over time, and it was good to speak in Spanish again for a full hour. Thank you to the AMA folks and the Young Professional Group and Mairead and all the people that work with you. And I also want to thank Nelnet, my employer, and especially Jeff Nordhook, who you've met. And a little bit ago, I said a bad word about him, but I didn't mean it. He knows I'm just teasing. We're actually friends, too, which is really cool. Of course, the team at the corporate marketing team that also put in some designs, and we talked a lot, especially Jody Spethman, my current manager, Ben Kaiser, Randall Myers, and Heather Circle, who I don't think is here, but her husband works at the Capitol. A lot of the design was inspired by the Capitol, as the Capitol is probably the greatest symbol of Nebraska, and Lincoln by proxy as being the capital of the city. I also want to thank the committee that voted on this. I made some new friends. Before I met with the committee to explain my idea, they said, watch out for Ed Zimmer. Is Ed here? I don't know if Ed's here. He's a historian, and he's going to, and I was like, well, I love history too, so we'll see. And we actually got along great, and I made great friends with Ed. He's the historian of the group. Francisco Soto, he's a professor of art at the university. I'm not sure if he's here. He and I met eye to eye on a lot of the conceptual thinking, and he helped make this flag a lot better. He gave me some feedback after it was selected. I want to thank Susan Mueller. I think I saw her over here. We waved at each other. Hi. She represents the Ponca tribe. That was really important for me to try to acknowledge in the flag. The native people of Nebraska needed to be acknowledged, and so I appreciate your feedback and all the love you shared. So, Todd, of course, thank you, Todd. I've known Todd since YMCA League basketball. He's a real bruiser out there, so. But he's a great guy, and he's a great leader, and Lincoln, and downtown Lincoln specifically, is lucky to have you, man. So, okay, well, thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Enjoy it tonight. I'll try not to cry as much anymore. And thank you all for the support, and that's it. Thank you.
You want me to do anything? I guess I can push in.
All right, let's go eat some cake. Hey!